stuff. I don't want it.
Is getting dangerous, but it's nothing a few surgical strikes won't fix. The targets don't know their targets until you get there.
If you shut that line off, stop elevators are going to... My team...
Alright, I see what you need.
Security scans in progress.
Lost too much when the Red Legion hit us.
Oh, there you are.
To clean up the universe.
No biggie. Yeah, I mean, I've only been broadcasting for just under 3 minutes, so no biggie.
Another hunter brought these back. Take a look.
Clearing out a little space out of my vault here.
Don't stop fighting.
It's one of the nice things about this expansion is that you can essentially reacquire anything that you obtained before this expansion dropped. And you can get that at will, and you can usually get better than what you've already got stored in there. So I'm deleting a bunch of stuff that's, you know, way underpowered for my character right now. And freeing up some space because I got a bunch of crap over here I need to get. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm out of space already. Damn it, enough space.
Goodbye.
Blah, blah. And then run over here and I deposit this stuff. And here's all this. Triple back. Ah, cool. I still want to try this gun out. I have yet to try it. Kind of like a old school revolver. Oh Lord, one of those, huh? Ooh, that's pretty. I like that actually. Reminds me, 'cause this is my favorite gun in the game. And I just like the simple black and white on it. Now that I got this other awesome shader, I want to see. Ooh.
Where'd it go?
Fancy pants. I really like that. Might have to get me another one of those. Do it up. This one I like on it too. The blue. It's kind of crazy. Let's see, I need to ditch one of these guys, but which one? Finish for experience long, scanner detector. Hmm. There's a brand of gun called Mossberg. Easy, Nessus. Well, you know what? We'll put Crucible in there because I'm not using that for right now. 578, 581. You go into storage. You go into storage. Could have been. All the guns in this game are completely fabricated.
Bad noise. Checking.
Which is probably a good thing, considering that
Check. Done.
some of them are insanely powerful, and if they existed right now, it would be... it would just be nuts. By the way, if I sound tired, it's because I'm tired. Blah, 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 blah. Ha, ha, ha.
Checking. Transfer.
Ah, really?
It's nice to have Fenchurch back. Or at least...
I slept well last night. I actually didn't even take any NyQuil and slept pretty good, so probably won't be any issues. Shotgun. I actually really like this shotgun, or at least the look of it. Ooh. That one just looks, that just makes it look like it's dirty and old. I think that's gross. Okay. To deposit or not to deposit? Cut it out. Unless basically furious log, blah blah blah. Thank you. Yeah, I switched pretty fast because I usually can tell pretty quick whether or not I like one, but yeah, there's that. Is that it? That would also like a lot. Yep. I just don't do a whole lot of shotguns in this game. If somebody gets up and close to me, I typically prefer to use a sword, because this particular slot for that shotgun is where I use my bow, and that's what I would prefer to have. God dang it, I didn't want to deposit that one. Give me back. Gimme, gimme, gimme. No, stop. All the way out. Thank you. Jeez. Alright. Away we go. Ho, 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 ho.
Checking, checking, checking. Check, check, check.
Check 1, check 2.
Always good to see you, Guardian.
Yes, yes. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ooh, yeah. I won't be able to preview that thing because it's for warlocks and I'm on my hunter. But I recognize the helmet, and it's probably one of my favorite helmets that my warlock wears. That should be an electric guitar, not acoustic, but whatever. Vex defeated and void kill. We'll
Yeah,
take that one.
that'll work.
That was so generic. Yep. And it's kind of a tough call, I guess.
Thanks for
Because
shopping
they're your-
Eververse, Guardian.
You know, they're obviously your folks. And you'll have to tell them at some point, but
Guardians are always welcome.
they're always going to have their
Back from the hunt, I see.
opinion, of course. But, ooh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. But unfortunately, you know, sometimes you don't always see eye to eye with your parents. Pulse rifle and bow reserves. Let's see if it's got something besides pulse. Larger arms slightly reduces flinching from incoming fireball, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, and shotguns. Pulse rifles. La-dee-da. Old Yeller. Yeah. Yep, that's definitely irritating. Ah, I did. This one, I like. No, I haven't done anything on that one yet. Dead set against. Yep. Yep. Sometimes parents just be set in their ways, I guess. 548 and 580. Let's see. You versus you. Yeah, my dead ender is better. I think. Let's see, that's 548. 552, 580. There's 580. What would that take? 3 cores, 15 shards, 9,000 glimmer, and 25 needles. back here. $8,010, 225. Easier to do that. Yay! Yeah, that's gotta be hard. Having to deal with that. Ooh, lordy. Why does that shader look good on everything? Hey, stop it. This is so thrilling. Running around and just making my guns look pretty.
And one day, the garden blooms.
Well, isn't that special for you, buddy? Alright. Let's see, what was it that I was going to do? What is this one? Capture zones and control. Loot the cache in the corner sector EDC, or get multiple kills in quick succession with a single weapon type. In strikes.
I think I have something you will like. Let's find out.
Spaceship, bye. Yeah, my day went well. I was feeling well enough to go to church, so I actually physically went. And then, of course, got into a discussion with my buddy from a small group who sometimes likes to
here we
be
go.
just, I don't know, he's not always just a sad sack, but a lot of times he's just like, dude, you know, just kind of grow up a little bit and stop being so down about stuff. But anyways, one of the girls from small group, when we went to dinner Saturday night, had her new boyfriend with her, and we were kind of talking about it because it was just it's funny because she first showed up to the group at, you know, back towards the beginning of the year, and she had just gotten out of like a year-long relationship and was just a mess and everything, and since then has started getting back on her feet emotionally and everything. But in the process, it's funny because she'll be like, oh, well, I'm not going to do that again and not going to, you know, pursue that kind of guy again. And since then, I think she's gone out with like 3 or 4 different guys, and none of them have lasted very long, and we're starting to kind of see this pattern and everything. And I'm like, girl, when are you going to just, you know, kind of wake up and, you know, choose somebody that's better than everybody else that you've done?
You know your stuff.
It's kind of, it can be irritating at times.
That was a pleasure to work on. Watch where you step, yeah?
And she's the one that's got, like, you know, 2 younger kids and stuff. And so I've been, you know, it's like that, and there's, you know, drama with her kid's father and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think she's fun. I think she's cute, but there's some drama going on there, and I'm kind of wary about the whole thing. Anyways, so I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Well, I think that's definitely what happened when she was with this, the guy that she is now getting divorced from and all of that.
Hey,
And she was married
look
to him
alive,
for like 7
hotshot.
years. Something like that. Honestly, if the ex wasn't a factor, I would probably be a little more inclined to do it.
Yeah.
And
That was made for you.
even though the kids are there, who knows? I mean, I could probably step up to the plate. It's just this at this point in my life with what I've got going on and everything, it would be a very, very, very big change. I think kids are something that I would probably want to maybe ease into a little bit. We'll see.
Be smart with this.
I just think she could probably do better. Well, it might be over. It might not be over. I don't know details, so. It's only a day. I'm not doing all this stuff this time of day. All right. This is a neat little thing that changing the subject briefly, but about some of the stuff that they've got, you can actually you can come up and then, oh, they left. Dadgummit. I was going to show you a really cool mask, but I can show you in here. But it's really neat because you can go and, well, let me see. Is anybody around? They're all up in the main section. But you can kind of select another character and then
Plan going okay?
see what kind of gear they've
Everybody
got.
happy?
Well, that's the thing. She keeps saying that yes. I got another gun. That's my favorite gun. 30 rangefinder hip fire. It's at 580. Oh, hang on, let me switch to this one. Okie pokey then. Got a larger magazine, which is nice. My reload speed is way down. Stability is slightly less and range is slightly less, which is odd considering it has a rangefinder on it. Gives me reload speed better. Projectile velocity while aiming. And grenade launchers. Firing from the hip. Which I never fire this thing from the hip hardly at all. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, she seems really fun. She's definitely pretty, but there's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's like when I think about it, something still kind of says, be very careful, maybe, kind of hold off. But at the same time, when I see her, getting involved with somebody else, I'm like, okay, what are you doing? I don't know if it's just because I think I could do better, or if it's just I think she could do better. Another better devil. Does it want to infuse it? I think I want to infuse this sucker. Let's do that. Alright, now my gun is even more powerful. which is funny because I'm not going to use it much. I really like this one. This is so nice. Anywho's. Public event in the solar system. Sectors. Man, there's so much stuff to do. You could turn this game into a full-time job.
Catch you later. I want one like the Warlocks use.
And plus, when somebody doesn't quite see your potential either, that's always a bit rough. It's like if you're a friend and stuff and you're always there and it's just like, oh, well, that's just, you know, he's just a friend kind of thing. Then it's just like, you know, I've learned a long time ago not to continue barking up that kind of tree.
Service log updated. Daily tasks underway.
So yeah, it's complicated. Yeah, get that. Great. Okay. Yeah. I think some women just get locked into a particular pattern, and they're like, you know, this is the kind of guy. Even though they say they're going to change, they just keep going for the same thing, and then it's like, you know, what they really need is somebody who's not that type of guy at all, and they don't realize it until it's too late, and either he is taken by somebody else or has been rejected so many times that he is either given up or becomes the jerk himself, which is not good either. Ugh. Fabulous. What the? Did I just hear a cat? Yeah, that might be a tight mistake there, folks. Make it go boom. Ugh. Well, I mean, there's obviously the whole black cat reference to Halloween, so... Ooh. Heavy ammo. Gimme, gimme, gimme. What, just the stairs themselves, or the fact that all of this stuff is just floating in space? Hey, big fella. Yippee! Fight the big bad wolf. In this case, a robot. Get him, and wasted grenade. I got it. Do the dance. I'm gonna jump over the giant hole in the ground. And no. I hate these things. Those will get close enough to you and then they just explode. Horrible. Yeah, except when they happen to you. Boom. And those guys have shields. If you don't take them out like in one shot just about, they will engage their shield and heal themselves, and they're very funny. Come here, buddy. The door is open. Ooh, purple, shiny. Gimme. Got me some boots. The one about changing your perspective. Nice. It's actually pretty good. And there are some videos that go along with it on the Right Now Media, but they're very brief and essentially just kind of recap what the book talks about. So, I found the book to be much better than the videos. Much more in-depth. As is the case, at least was the case with, there's a lot of good stuff on there. There's just so much to go through. It's, you know, it can be a little crazy. Lay off. Out of my face. Up. Our church, Life Fellowship, actually gave access to everybody that goes there. So if you go to the church, you can access it. completely for free, which is nice. Man, these things are everywhere today. Yeah, I will say this, one of the downsides of our group is that sometimes the couple who leads it like to do things last minute, and they'll either like make last minute changes to plans or try to schedule something last minute and everything. And as much of a planner as I am, I'm like, I kind of need a good week's notice of something. That can be a little bit frustrating. And we should probably be very close to finishing out the book, but because it was Halloween this past week, we didn't meet. And I'm like, well, you know, okay, I understand people got kids and stuff, but we could still at least get together on a different day and, you know, discuss the book and, you know, keep going through it. But like this past weekend, they had kind of impromptu set up this thing, like maybe less than a week ahead of time, that we were going to run over to Arkansas and stay at breakfast as a group, and we were going to, you know, like stay there for one night. We get there sometime on Saturday, spend the night in communal rooms, and then you know, have some discussions about the book and some other things, you know, that God's been placing on our heart, which I had no problem with. That was fun and everything. But when you tell people this less than a week before it starts, and oh, by the way, it's going to be like $75, I was like, yeah, that's a little much. And I'm dead. But yeah, I was like, yeah, for something like that, I need to know the price and, you know, everything planned out as in detail as possible, as far ahead as possible. Because I had already committed to going to the gun thing when they, you know, kind of mentioned it, and I was like, well, we just kind of mentioned the idea of trying to do that weeks before, but nothing was ever set hardcore. So, and then I'd already made another commitment, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to honor that. It's kind of funny when the group members tend to decide on something. We're usually getting stuff set up and saying, okay, this is what we're going to do, this is how much it's going to be, this is where we're going to go, and, you know, this is the day and the time and all of that kind of stuff. And it's just, we're usually a lot more on top of it, but when they do it, it's just like, whatever. When I finally have my own group, which I do plan to do at some point, I've got a house, there will most definitely be more preparation and information available. But that's me. I still got to figure out what kind of a group I want to do. Ooh, jackpot! At some point, I'm going to play some of my other characters so you can kind of experience some of that too. It's pretty fun. Hunter is my favorite though, just playing as now. Basically like being a ninja. Howdy, bub. Wow, that one was fast. Ugh. Water. Yeah, because they are pretty fun. You know, I've been hooked on this one guy lately and doing all this other post, you know, like the stuff after you finish the main game, trying to get my guy way on up there and everything. Takes a long time to get your character up this high. But yeah, there are 3 different subclasses. You got hunters, warlocks, and titans. Titans are essentially just big old burly knights, and they like to, you know, they're tanks basically. You just go and smash with them. Hunters are more agile and nimble and precise with stuff, and then warlocks are, as their name would imply, a tad more magical. They're delicate at times. So yeah, you can either be a space ninja, a space knight, or a space wizard, basically. It would be nice to see some of the other armor and stuff. But as warlocks, actually as each subclass, you have, or no, as each character, yes, they are delicate in terms of they can't take a whole lot of damage. They die easy. Ah, dang it, I shot the wall. That didn't help anybody. Yes, they do. It's like a weird combination between a jacket and a robe. Or, I mean, a dress and a robe. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I see you, big fella over there. You ain't getting me. Oh, lordy. There he is. Oh, thanks, butt ugly. Oh, jeez. I'm going to take out these guys, and then this big old lumbering idiot is smashing people with an axe. And you can't deal any damage to him. At all. There we go. Kill that guy. Nice try, bud. Oh, he got me. Are you kidding me? Talk to you what way? Well, of course not. That would be rude, and that would not be a very friend-like thing to do. Whereas when somebody is, you know, an ugly butt-faced alien with a giant axe who's trying to split you in half, I can call them names. Yeah, that wonderful time delay. Okay. Yeah. Where are you, goobers? That killed so much time for us. Die. Thank you. you. Die already. Finally. Yeah. No! Honey ammo over there. I wanted to get it. Oh, we are out of time. Uh-oh. Where are they? I hear them. This guy again. Thank you so much, dude. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, buddy, you have to come over here and revive the two of us, and then we can move on. There's one. Look out! Seriously? That was so ridiculously rude. This guy is royally annoying. Pretty earthball. Okay. That's what I'm gonna start calling the planet from now on. Oh wait, that's backwards. Actually, that is your ghost. That is what he looks like when he is fully expanded, because he does that when you die. Yeah, you stay over there, dude. Ah, dang it. Shut up. No, it's just what your ghost looks like. Anytime you die, he kind of opens up like that and then revives you, brings you back to life, etc., etc. Peekaboo! Aw, oh, dude, get your head out of my fucking line of fire. Elevator going. Yep. There's so much TV in the world, there's no way you're going to watch all of it. seriously, what's going on today? Cray. Well, I guess we beat him. That works for me. First time I ever came through here and finished it out and came up to the chest. Fell into the pit because I didn't know the thing was going to disappear on me. Found out the trick is to just keep jumping over it. You can't fall if you're not on it. I like it. Christopher Eccleston. It's kind of fun. Okay, let's see. Do it. Well, I think I'm starting anyways. Grenade kills. Any more grenade kills? That'll be good on that part. Gotta do it. It's amazing how many actors cross over into that series. More on those 10 out of 15. Maybe 11 and 12 or 3 more for tomorrow would be great. Ugh. You know, I was watching another video series on YouTube from this channel called Cinema Wins, because there's another one that's called Cinema Sins, and they point out like all the mistakes in movies and stuff like that. And the Cinema Wins one is a lot. I like it better because it doesn't focus on all the the negative and the stuff that's like, oh well, this is inaccurate and this shouldn't be happening and this is wah 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 boo hoo. It's a little more positive, and the guy actually enjoys watching stuff. And I think he did the entire Harry Potter series and just points out all of the fun stuff about it. It's actually really nice. And I watched some of those before I started going back and watching through all the Harry Potter movies. And so I kind of paid attention to some of the stuff that he had pointed out and everything, and I was like, oh wow, I didn't notice that the first time I watched it through. And ugh. Some of the fan theories that these people come up with are just like so over the top, crazy. But yeah, it was really cool. It had been a long time since I'd actually sat down and watched all the Harry Potter movies. And when I went and watched all of these videos that were he titles each one "Everything Great About," and then puts the name of the movie in. And when I watched the one for Goblet of Fire, he started pointing out all of the foreshadowing that they were doing for Mad Eye not actually being Mad Eye and all of that. And that was really cool because I hadn't caught on to that in the first watch through. And I was like, ooh, wow. So now I was, once you see it and you know what the outcome is, I mean, you kind of already know how it's gonna play out, anyways. Yeah, and that was the tongue thing was one thing that he mentioned when Mad Eye was talking to Barty Senior and everything, and you could tell in his face that Barty knew something wasn't right, and then it's like, it wasn't just that he knew something wasn't right, it's like he recognized that was actually his son because of the tongue thing. And then, of course, shortly thereafter, he's dead. It's like, oh, jeez. So not only did Barty Sr. recognize that that was his son, but his son knew that his dad had, you know, made him, and his cover had been blown, so he had to take him out. And I was like, dude, that just sucks. All because of a look. You kind of get the impression that Barty Sr. was this kind of... And yeah, he was working with the ministry and everything, but he wasn't sinister like some of them were. He was just kind of... I think he would have come around in time to what was really going on. Got you. Peekaboo. Bye. You don't need your head anymore, do you, bro? Okay. Yeah, and whenever you have a character like that who, you know, kind of starts off maybe a little harsher than they should be, and then they kind of you start seeing them come around to wanting to do what was right, and then they don't get the chance. Ah, you. Dude, get out of my way. I'm trying to shoot somebody else. Yeah, I tell you, that scene where they're actually in the ministry putting, was it? I forget who it was that was actually on trial. And then he basically rats out Barty Jr. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing because books and films are two completely different media, and you can do so much more with a book than you can in a film. But yeah, at first you're just kind of like, oh well, something's going on, and then he basically says, you know, it was really Barty Jr. And at first his dad doesn't really want to believe it. But then you see when he starts, you know, Barty Jr. starts squirming and everything, tries to get out of there, and they catch him, and then he just like loses his mind and is like flicking his dang tongue everywhere, and it's just like, dude, you are freaking nuts. Yeah, credit to Brendan Gleeson for being able to play somebody else playing himself. That's never easy to do. As far as information in movies that are adapted from novels goes, I think The Lord of the Rings did a fairly decent job with the material that they had, considering how dense it is. But also, I love that they did the extended editions and packed in a little more. Some people were like, oh, it's too long. And I'm like, that could have gone longer. I'm okay with it. Whose son plays Bill? Oh, Brendan's son. Yeah, I figured that was his son because of the last name. I'm guessing he got his mama's looks. God, what the? No, I don't want to. Stop that. Stupid elevator. Oh, great. I just jumped off of the thing. Bye. Into the infinite abyss. Great. Boom, 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 boom. Ha. Big old purple eye. Ah, good. I got the. Yay. Keep doing this. Yeah, first thing I ever saw Brendan Gleeson in was Braveheart. So I thought he did a great job in it. All big and hairy. Kind of other stuff. It's actually a movie that he was in that he was a supporting character. Uh-oh. That name sounds familiar. Who did she play? So good. It's definitely pretty intense because it's a war movie. But oh, okay, that's right. That's who I thought it was. She was quirky and kind of spooky at times. Everybody kind of wrote her off as just being a little off. Yeah, I meant to see that one. I never did get around to that one. But it actually looked kind of interesting. The concept was pretty neat in the trailer. Oh look, a big giant hole in the floor. Oh, looky there, a big giant hole in the floor. I should totally just start doing that. Like if I ever were to get like huge in streaming, which I think you're the only person who ever watches me. But if it were to take off or something, I should just totally surprise everybody every time I sign on and do it in a different accent. The whole time. That moving. And... Whoa. Yeah, that movie looked weird to me. And whoever did her makeup did a phenomenal job, because, boy, she didn't look the same. I think that might have been part of the reason why I didn't watch it. I was just like, I don't know if I can stare at this face for 2 hours. Oh, you know, somebody else that, oh, wait. Alright, so, because we completely rabbit trailed with all those different comments and stuff. A movie that Brendan Gleeson was in that I highly recommend, even though he was just a supporting character, was Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. If you like sci-fi, that one definitely, it's a must watch as far as I'm concerned. Got that in my collection on Blu-ray. Ah, jeez, no, we're not falling off again. No, it's not happening. There, have fun with that. Dude, seriously. That is just mean. Alright, now you're pissing me off. Dang, where did everybody go? Seriously, where am I the last person here or what? I do not see my teammates here. Oh, fabulous. It's a movie called Edge of Tomorrow. And it stars Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. And Brendan Gleeson is in it as a big military general. And it involves an alien invasion of Earth. And it involves Tom Cruise essentially gaining the ability to kind of Groundhog Day each day. Oh, there's some dingleberries finally coming. Did they just like... Must have just run out on me or something. Seriously? I said it's slow the last time. I'll just find the trailer and email it to you. It's called Edge. Oh, well then never mind. Don't watch it. If you hate it, you'll hate the movie. Tom Cruise is one of those actors people either really enjoy his work or they can't stand it. Dang it. No, 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 no. Ah, you frick. Alright, kill me. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that I get. And the whole Scientology thing is really just unbelievably weird and wacko. Yeah, that's what happened. So my other two teammates bailed on me for some reason, and then these guys come in and finish it out. That's weird. Yeah, oddly enough, I guess I can look past all of the personal life stuff and enjoy the movies, because a lot of what he's been in I actually like to watch, so... I don't want to do this again, you stupid machine. Let me out. I just realized I have a bottle of toilet bowl cleaner sitting on my coffee table. Yeah, there was a span there where he was royally sticking his foot in his mouth, and it's like, dude, you just need to shut up. Yeah, I'm not gonna drink toilet bowl cleaner. I'm not stupid. Well, alright, so if you do decide to watch the movie itself is actually really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh, it wouldn't clear them out. It would obliterate them. I wouldn't have any sinuses left. Complete a strike while we're in the Festival of the Lost Mask. I guess we're doing a strike. Where are those? I told you to get rid of them. Alright, strike. Let's do this and let's do it quick. Hopefully this only takes about 20 minutes because I'm going to need to get to bed. This is there. Well, fortunately, my coffee table is way over by my front door because it is steadily migrated that way. It's not even within arm's reach. Well, I mean, I remember that whole period. It's like, he went on Oprah and was like jumping on the couch over Katie Holmes, and then there was that thing with Matt Lauer where he was talking about, like he knew about psychology or something like that, and, saying that people that needed to take medicine for all that were just, not right, and I was just like, dude, just stop, just shut your mouth. And it did. It kind of turned me off to him a little bit, and actually, there was this thing. I can't remember if it was ever on like Netflix or one of the streaming services, but Leah Remini, who was on King of Queens, she actually got out of Scientology and started to expose a bunch of the stuff that they would do and some of the practices and everything, and it was just like ridiculous what they were doing.
You may have killed the mind bender, but his legacy lives on. Whispers on the wind suggest that he took a high-brood queen as his consort. Now, I'm not one to obstruct unholy matrimony, but elixir ingenuity paired to high ferocity? No, not on my doorstep.
Okay.
I'm sending you coordinates to the nest. Burn it to the ground. If you do that much, we can discuss your debt to me.
Those aren't spiders falling.
They have no love for the hive. They understand no language but kill or be killed.
Yeah, okay. I lost my train of thought there for a second. It's just, you know, stuff like that and honestly, some of the other world religions, namely Islam, that just, you know, lie to these people and say, you know, oh, well, if you do this, then, you know, this is the way to get to heaven, or, you know, this kind of behavior is totally acceptable, and it's completely out of line. We actually had this one pastor who's originally from South Africa. He came to my old church years back when I was still going there. This was probably a good 4 years ago or so, and taught a really good lesson and message about the history of Islam and things that Muhammad
Detecting elevated levels of ether in that night.
implemented.
This worm is radiating ether
and
too.
why he implemented them.
Ether must
And it's
not
just
sit well with the hive.
ridiculous.
Perhaps the Mindbender thought he could breed out the intolerance.
Ugh. I got you. There you go. Yeah, basically, what he was saying was that Muhammad essentially pulled started making up all of these rules because it was something that he wanted to do, and he just made it to be like, oh, well, this is what, you know, Allah told me was acceptable to do, and this is what he told me was unacceptable to do. Really, he was just forcing his own personal preferences onto his followers as a genuine religion. So many people have been deceived by the lies, and it's absurd. I don't know as much about Mormonism as I know about
Eyes up.
the Islamic stuff, but it's just, I mean, it's all very similar. It's one guy.
I've never heard of a brood queen so close to the surface. Mission reports from the Hellmouth on Luna don't even mention them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just basically this one guy making up his own additions to the Bible, which is just completely wrong. Actually says in Revelation, it's like if anybody either takes away or adds to this book, there's going to be a steep price to pay. It's another thing. I think they do that on purpose to kind of keep their followers in check. Just, you know, make up whatever rules they feel like.
Watch yourself.
Comes to all these different, you know, cults and religions and all that kind of thing, it's just, you know, the enemy will use whatever tool he can to either mimic what God has to get close enough to deceive people, or he'll just, you know, straight up use somebody and fill their heads with lies that are just pretty enough to get a whole bunch of people deceived. fragged you.
Spider, we cleared out the nest.
Oh, so quickly. Well, if it was that easy, I don't think this counts towards your debts. I want a fair trade.
That wasn't the agreement.
Oh, there was no agreement, little morsel. Just considerations, mights, and maybes.
Yeah, and that's not worth the risk. Okay. Ha! Got the most kills. Got the most assists. Got the most precision kills. Generated the most orbs. Most. Best. Except for grenade kills. But I can live with that. Adios, muchachos. I was going to buy a new fish for my fish tank this afternoon, but I went by the Petco near my house, and their fish were slim pickings. They did not have a whole lot. Congratulations on what? Oh, you mean on being the best, I guess. I was like, I've done moved on to something else. Yippee. So close to fishing out. No, I didn't ask because there wasn't anybody around in the fish area. There was when I first kind of got over there, but as I was looking around, I was looking for somebody and weren't nobody there. So I was just like, yeah. What can I worry about? That happens from time to time. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Well, I went there and it was like, it was like maybe 4:30. But still, I mean, that's whatever. Mythic Legend rank in Gambit. Hard generate orbs reset your infamy rank twice. Man, that's gonna be a lot. First. cool. Nice. Melee attacks. Ooh, nice. A combat bow, scout rifle, ooh, and sniper rifle. Wow. Killed 335 enemies. And gambit with a bow. It's crazy the stuff this thing will keep track of. Yeah, a little bit. I haven't been taking as much medicine today. I've been running around a lot. Speaking of which, I should probably take my last meds for the day and then get some sleep. Yep, me too. Gotta get to some sleep. Yeah, if I didn't have to sleep, I could get all kinds of stuff done. Oh yeah, I need to do that again. Do that tomorrow. Oh, I think I lost that one already. Well, it stinks. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and get to bed.